How's it going, guys? So today we're going to make a fresh naturalistic setup for my beautiful little mountain dragons here. First we're going to start with our drainage layer. Because these guys do get a little bit more moisture and things because they're a coastal species, we're going to actually put in a drainage layer so none of that water is going to stagnate in the bottom. So I'm simply using these expanded clay pebbles. These things are really nice and light and they work very well. So pop in those. Next, to separate our drainage layer from our soil, I've simply got some shade cloth. You know, you can use some fly screen, other sort of mesh, things like that, but I just had a bit of this lying around, so it's just easier for me to use this. It'll work just as well.
So we've got a pretty simple soil mix here. It's just some sand, some coir peat, a bunch of yuki mulch, as well as some actual crushed granite I've sifted down and really made nice and fine. Mixed all that through, as well as a bit of orchid bark and, you know, general leaf litter as well. So this large hollow piece of wood is going to double as our main hide for the reptiles, as well as their basking spot and general area for them to climb and move around on. So for our live plants, we actually have a few different species of this Dianella grass, and shout out to Paul, one of the viewers of the channel, for giving me these a while back. I'm finally putting them to use. But these are an Australian native species and should go really well in this enclosure. Because we're currently in lockdown still, it's a bit hard for me to go out and source some more material, so I had these old tea tree branches lying around still, so I've used those to help, you know, add in some more density for this, as well as some extra areas for the lizards to climb on. Now these plant species I've selected, both for the living ones and the dried ones, are very reminiscent of the natural habitat of these reptiles.
I think that's a boy. And then over there's a girl.
And of course, no Aussie coastal species setup is complete without a nice thick layer of gum leaves. I really enjoy adding in these large spindly bits of old tea tree because mountain dragons really seem to climb all over them, and they actually really enjoy sleeping on them throughout the night. But because they're so thin and wavy and everything like that, it creates quite a bit of a challenge for them to sort of dangle around on and try and climb on without falling off. So it's good exercise for them, and it's really good enrichment. They love sleeping up in them. To help tie the whole look together with the bark on the ground, I've added some extra smaller bits around the place to sort of look like there's been a tree that's fallen over a long time ago, and this is sort of the remnants that's left. So of course we're going to add some cleanup crew to this setup. This here are some Isopods. Look at all the different colours they've come in. I just got some of these out of my forest dragon enclosure and they've just been breeding like crazy. So I'll add a few of those in, and then as well after that we'll add in some springtails. Now I'm not, you know, specifically trying to go out of my way to make this setup bioactive, but I'm really hoping they do take off. I don't think this enclosure is going to last forever because I do eventually want to move the dragons outdoors.
So for heating and lighting on this setup, I've simply got an incandescent 75-watt floodlight, and I've measured it, it's going to be good enough for the distance for the basking zone. I've got an Arcadia 12% UVB fixture in there, and then I've also got a 6500 Kelvin, basically a plant grow light, which is very bright. So here are the little beasts. At the moment I've just got a pair of female mountain dragons. These guys are fully grown, a few years old now, and such awesome underrated little pets. I think they're super active, got awesome little personalities. They're amazing to watch hunt. I throw in black soldier fly larvae and things, and any sort of insect, these guys will have a very interesting exciting way of eating it. But yeah, they're one of my favourite little species, and they should love this new setup, that's for sure. So let's pop them in and see how they enjoy all the new environment. So fingers crossed this setup establishes well, the plants start growing and everything like that. I know the mountain dragons will love it, they've already enjoyed exploring around. Hope you enjoyed this new revamped setup. If you'd like to see more enclosure making videos, check out these videos right here. Otherwise, subscribe for more Australian reptiles, and we'll see you next time.